What are some of the biggest challenges that you face in incorporating some of these policies and programs and strategies that you've spoken about?
It's challenging work, although it's getting easier for all the reasons we've discussed around companies kind of waking up to the importance of it from a business perspective. It's challenging work for the following reasons. Number one, it's still not necessarily a profit center, right? You're still a cost center within an organization trying to drive cultural change. And although the world has evolved immensely in the 20-something years I've been working, and you start to see that people care about this culture piece, there's still work to be done. So that's one challenge. I don't feel it personally within Thomson Reuters, but I know my counterparts at other organizations do feel that. So that's number one. Number two, sustaining the effort. People can talk a lot about the importance of diversity or sustainability or CSR, but these, as we mentioned, are long journeys. You can't just do this for a year or two and expect some massive change in an organization, or frankly, any change in an organization, particularly one of a large size like ours, or large corporations around the globe. So you've got to have a sustained, continuous effort and focus on this. Third piece is you got to get the buy-in of middle management. And that's often where myself and our counterparts, other organizations, have the challenge. So when we think about middle management at Thomson Reuters, for example, we're talking about 20,000 people. That's a lot of people, right? So you may have the support of the CEO and the executive committee, which is about 14, 15 people, but if that message doesn't get down to the middle management, it's never going to get down to the baseline employee. So that's a big challenge for us, and it remains one. And it's one that we continue to work at, and I see all of my counterparts doing the same thing. But when you're dealing with scale of that size, you really have to just continue to communicate, and then hold people accountable. Finally, I'd say the other challenge is that people have only so much bandwidth, or mindwidth is probably a better word. And so the issue is, how do you make these programs, these policies, this cultural change part of how you operate as an organization, as opposed to a separate initiative? That's when people get scared and then they won't do it, because we all have too much to do, right? So, I've got to do my diversity stuff now. So our effort, and as I've seen success at other organizations, is very much about make sure that diversity, sustainability, CSR, that it's woven into the fabric of how we operate as an organization. And I'll give you a specific example. So rather than having a separate talent review for diverse candidates, what we do is we have our regular talent reviews that are held every quarter, and work into that existing process, that existing discussion, a focus on diverse candidates. So it becomes part of the drinking water. And I think that makes for it's a challenge, but if you do it right, it becomes an opportunity.